we will be discussing about paper-based IELTS and computer-based IELTS, because you must have seen that nowadays computer-based IELTS is more common, right? So which part you should take, which IELTS test you should take, and which is easy, right? So let's have a look on the major things on this. So paper-based IELTS, if you want to book paper-based IELTS, it is on the website of IDP, because IDP is only taking exams now, right? So you can just go on the website, and you can look for the paper-based IELTS with this logo or icon of this book kind of thing, okay? And you can just book your exam. And for computer-based IELTS, you will be just seeing this kind of computer icon, and you can go in there and continue with booking your exam. So now let's just see the test availability of this paper-based and computer-based. So paper-based IELTS, you all know that there are around 4 tests per month. It happens on mostly on Thursdays and Saturdays. Okay, 2 journal training tests are there and 4 academic ones are there. So, but computer-based IELTS is much better in this case, because you would be getting more than 20 tests per month, and they are giving 3 slots a day. Okay, so you can even book this test 1 week prior to your exam, and there would be 3 slots per day. Okay, so they are taking it from like 9 to 12, and then 1 to 4, and then 5 to 8. Okay, so this is happening almost every day of the month, but I'm sure that more than 20. Yes, Anuj.
How do they do the speaking part in computer-based IELTS?
Yeah, we are going to cover that. We are going to cover each and everything about computer based and paper based. Okay, so let's have a look on paper based IELTS, the modules, basically how the modules are covered. So all modules are attempted to be on a paper in paper-based IELTS, right? It's a very common thing. And in computer-based IELTS, every module would be on computer only, and every module has to be attempted to be by typing on computer, except speaking. Speaking would be one-to-one. Okay. So next thing is, how about the results? So once we are done with the exam, we always get the result, especially in paper based. It happens on 13th day of the exam. So and this would be something that would make you guys wait if you have to process your visa file or any application. So but computer based IELTS would be giving you your result within 3 to 5 days. So this is a plus point again of computer based IELTS. Now let's have a look on faster results again. So with computer delivered IELTS, you get your results in 3 to 5 days. So if you need your results urgently for a visa application or to study at a university, book your IELTS test for computer based only. And of course, your IELTS results are accepted by more than 11,000 organizations around the world. Okay, and in almost every country you are going to apply for. So it is always, I personally recommend CDIs to the people who are good in typing and other things, in screen reading, right? And it has more flexibility too. So do IELTS when you need it. It is more flexible now. So you can do IELTS on computer up to 7 days a week and up to 3 times a day. So whatever time suits you, you can just go and take your test. So you can book your test today and have your results next week. This is so easy, right? And with IELTS, you don't pay for a late booking. The IELTS test fee is the same. It is 14,700 only for both paper-based and CDIs. Okay, so next thing is, it's a very easy experience. I personally have experienced both pen and paper based and CDIs. So I felt CDIs was so easy and it was so comfortable, because I did not have to wait for a long time and there was no rush. It was not a big hall. In paper based, we are Yes, Anuj?
Easy in what context? I mean, content based easy or what?
No, no, no. Exam would be the same only. Okay. The content, the question papers, everything would be same. It is easy. The experience is easy. Actually, you don't have to wait for a long time. You just, go, and there would be only 24 people, 24 to 5 people, 20 to 25 people. But in paper based IELTS, you have to wait for a long time to get registered, and then they make you sit until everybody is not there. And there are other things too. They just keep on speaking in the exam hall. People are coughing and the voice is echoing, so there's a disturbance. But in CDIs you would be just sitting in a kind of computer lab. Okay. And there would be your system, and you would be having the headphones for throughout the test. Okay, so you can use those headphones for your reading and writing as well, just to avoid any kind of disturbance. And well, there is no disturbance actually in CDRs, because there won't be any one in the room except for one person, okay, who would be just keeping an eye on you. Otherwise it's like it has a pin drop silence, so it's always good. Yes, Anuj? Okay, yeah, this is one thing. Listening is hard to handle because of no 10 minutes. So, yes, guys, in paper based, we get 10 minutes to transfer the answers, especially in listening. But in CDIs, this is only one thing that people, find as a disadvantage in CDIs, just because they are not getting enough time. So they would be giving you 2 minutes only to cross check the answers. Why? Because you have to put the answers directly on the paper, okay, on screen, so you don't have to transfer the answers anywhere on the answer sheet or anywhere else. So 2 minutes are given to cross check your answers, but it is more than enough. I think nowadays we have a lot of resources to practice online. There are websites with what we can practice before taking the exam, so that would really help you. Okay. Do they provide a rough paper or notepad on the desktop? They would give you a paper. You can use that. Yes, they would give you. You can even take your stationery if that is required. Okay. But they'll give you a paper. You can use that. Okay, so next thing is, yeah, fewer people doing the test at the same time means less stress and a quicker experience. When we are done the test in just a few hours, like it took for me, it took just 3 hours, because 1 hour for writing, one for reading, and 40 minutes for listening, and 20 minutes that we can just have other formalities that they do. We can have 20 minutes for them. So in 3 hours you would be free in CDIs. So imagine boarding an international flight with 200 passengers. It is like that only. Like, suppose if you are boarding an international flight with 200 or more than 200 passengers, or a plane with 12 people on board, it is the same experience. In CDIs you would be having 20 to 25 people only, but in paper based IELTS, that there are more than 100. Before COVID there used to be 200 or 300 people in just one hall, right? So which one is easier? Next question is that. So with the maximum of 24 test takers per session, IELTS test center, so everything is easy. And we have the CDL centers everywhere in almost every city. Wherever you are, you can just find and look for that. Okay. Next thing is about speaking test. So speaking test is still with a real human, even if you are taking CDIs. So the IELTS speaking test is face to face in a quiet room with an experienced and friendly IELTS examiner, right? So this is going to be a real world speaking experience. Besides, a real human understands your accent. You are not penalized for having an accent. Okay, you have to use the same accent that you have. Your neutral accent would be great if you would be using in that exam. Okay, you don't need to copy or imitate anybody else. Then, as a result, even native English speakers can perform more poorly than expected. You must have seen there are people from abroad as well who do not have very good English. So it's always better to keep a neutral accent. Okay, any question till now, guys, about CDIs? Yes, anyone? Okay, let's have some facts now. So fact one is the difficulty level for both exam is the same only. Okay, the questions would be same. Okay, there is nothing that would be different in CDIs or in paper-based IELTS. Difficulty level is same, and question types and rest everything is the same only. Next is both the exams are marked on the same parameters. Yes, here in CDIs as well, the parameters would remain the same only. TA, TR, CC, LR, GRA, everything would remain same. It's just a matter of using computer for the exam, nothing else. And you don't have to worry about your handwriting in case of computer based exam, whether it is legible or not. Yes, I would recommend CDIs to the people who have a bad handwriting or whose handwriting is not legible. You guys can go for CDIs. So next thing is in the case of computer-based exam, there is a screen word counter. Yes, when you are writing your task one and task two, your words would be counted automatically. You don't have to count them, unlike paper-based dials. So your word count would be there on the screen only on the bottom of your task. Okay, so there would be a word counter as well. Next thing, listening section. Yes, in the case of paper-based exam, you get extra 10 minutes, the thing we were discussing. So you get extra time in paper-based, like 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. However, it does not happen in a CDIs because you have to write your answers while listening to the audio. And in the end, you only get 2 minutes to check your answers. Okay, so these 2 minutes are given to just cross check your answers. So if you want to take CDIs, you have to practice online first to make it sure that you would be getting this much time. I mean, you would be considering it or you would be feeling it as enough time to cross check the answers or not. Next thing is about reading section. So there is a clock on the wall and you have to keep an eye on the time in paper-based IELTS, right? There's a big clock in paper-based IELTS centers or the halls where you take your test. Whereas in the CDIs, there is a screen clock that keeps you, reminding about the time left. So you have to be proactive in CDRs, okay? That timer would be very fast. So also the copy and paste function works in the reading section. This is something really wonderful. I mean, I felt it very a good thing that you can copy and paste if you feel that the answer is already given in the paragraph or passage or the word is given there already. You can just copy and paste in your answer in the like a blank area. Okay, so there is a kind of drag and drop option as well, so therefore it gives you less chances of spelling errors, right? The people who are not good at spelling, they can take CDLs, and this thing is going to help you a lot, especially in reading. And listening is sometimes, yeah, in listening also sometimes we get the answers from the given options only, so it is going to be better in this case. Now let's have a look on the myths related to CDIs. So some test takers think that their spelling errors, a grammatical error, will be highlighted, but it doesn't happen in the exam. So guys, there would not be any Grammarly or any other application or software used. Okay, they are not going to any highlighting or they are not going to tell you that this word has some mistakes or this line has any grammatical error. Okay, this does not happen in the exam, and some think that control F works there. However, it is not allowed. Okay, you cannot find the word. Yes, there is one thing. You can highlight the words in reading. Okay, you can even make the notes in reading in case you want to highlight a paragraph or line, a key point. So you can highlight them. Okay, but control F would not work in that. Fine. Any question about anything? Yes, guys. Okay, so before winding up the class, now let me just tell you, if you guys want to join me in my online classes. So I have this schedule, so you can join me in these batches. So my batch one would be starting from 7 to 9, and then I have second batch from 9:15 to 11:15, and 12:45 to 2:45. Sorry, 12:15 to 2:15 it is, and 2:30 to 4:30. Okay, so I'll be available from Monday to Saturday, and you can join me if you want.